Did you hear this? An astronaut from the SpaceX crew was hospitalized after their 235-day mission into space. NASA stated they crash-landed into the Gulf of Mexico on Friday, and one of the 4 crew members started to experience medical issues. They all were taken to Ascension's Sacred Heart Pensacola in Florida to be evaluated.
And we now have all 4 crew members outside of Crew Dragon Endeavour following their 235 days in space. Some cheers and excitement for Crew 8. That's great to see.
Although the name of this astronaut is not being disclosed, they report that they are in stable condition. The other 3 crew members were released and went back to Johnson Space Center.
Around the outside, there's also a recovery team member inside the capsule assisting with the egress.
And that is NASA astronaut Mike Barrett. This is he is the veteran on this spaceflight. The other 3 flyers on board.
NASA stated how grateful they were for the support of the hospital for their extensive care to the crew members during this time. Now check this out. No one knew what symptoms or illness this astronaut was experiencing. All we know is that he or she was taken into medical care and was released days later. So what's going on up there? Did they bring some disease or virus back? Or was it just typical symptoms that any astronaut would experience?
We're really starting to see kind of that toasted marshmallow effect because of re-entering into the Earth's atmosphere there. And then we did see a view of the side hatch. We'll continue to see that come into more view, especially as the Dragon is translated a little bit closer.
Dragon, welcome aboard the recovery vessel Megan. Recovery personnel are completing their final checks. Stand by for translation to the egress platform.
Remember them. For those of you who don't, this is SUNY Williams and Barry Wilmore, 2 astronauts that went into space back in June on the crew flight test mission to the International Space Station. They were on the Boeing Starliner spacecraft when their spacecraft started to experience problems. What was supposed to be an 8-day mission is still ongoing. SUNY and BARRY are still in space, and apparently they were supposed to catch a ride back with the SpaceX aircraft. News outlets report the reason for not riding back with the SpaceX craft is because it was already assigned to the other 4 crew members, who have been in space since March.
You know, we actually had a couple duties while we were getting ready to let the Starliner depart. There's some things that the International Space Station has to get ready and be prepared and make sure that it understands that a visiting vehicle has undocked and it goes back to its normal regime of operating. So actually we were tasked with that. We were up in the cupola and we were watching our spaceship, you know, fly away at that point in time. So I think it was good. We had some extra activities. You know, of course, we're very knowledgeable about Starliner, so it was obvious, you know, what was happening at each moment. We were talking to our control team, people, friends of ours that we know how much time and effort that they have put into this spacecraft, the excellent and precision activities that they're doing down on the ground. It was nice to have that, you know, one-on-one conversation over the space to ground as Starliner was leaving. Just knowing that she was in their hands and they were going to do the best that they could to get her back home.
Reference changes. The reason I'm bringing that up is because this is where 4 out of 6 of us sleep. And so people always ask about sleeping in space. Do you lie down? Are you in a bed? Not really, because it doesn't matter. You don't really have the sensation of lying down. You just sit in your sleeping bag. So here's one sleep station right here. I'm going in right now. You can follow me if you want.
Analyzing of the data with the thrusters.
Here's what Butch's family had to say about their time away from one another.
That some think it's okay, some think it's not okay, and that that since the Lord's in control of it, that he's content where he is.
However, Wilmore will likely miss Christmas, he and his wife's 30th wedding anniversary, and most of Logan's senior year in high school, and several theater performances from Darren. While they'll miss him, this family is proud of the UT grad.
SpaceX still continues to launch Falcon 9 rockets into space, carrying Starlink communications
Now's the time our
satellite.
crew usually runs outside to watch it, but you might hear a sonic boom that usually follows. Again, you're looking at a live image of a Falcon 9 rocket. It has been launched with a batch of OneWeb satellites that will go into low Earth orbit.
Falcon 9 has
And this launch was set to happen tonight. It is a makeup for a delayed launch. The first stage booster will return to the Vandenberg Space Force Base, landing zone 4.
Soundstripe. 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 Soundstripe.